Eric Cabejo. Well, question, Emma, the gracious piano. Which media? Na where you are? And I saw Moabistua, which media? Obi wo asembisa. Obi bi a chire wadwen a betima bisa. Wo Moabiso nimdie bi a opese ode Moabi eka homete autism na si ya. Obetimi enso ade wo mbo anaba. Nti wo asembisa ma yehu.
Enoch. Hello.
Mr. Ken. Mr. Ken, amoni
Yamiadumu.
O asembisa on ene ye my tio.
Okay. I'm say autism no. Na oka say yi ne ho be say 5 years ansana eyi ne ho adan ne ho adi. Na me bisa say obi betumi anya be say 25 years ansana de enso ayi ne ho ana say emofra brem na eyi ne ho adi.
Okay. Yeah, Elder Gracious.
Yes.
A brother is asking that per the study you made us aware that autism, we're able to recognize and identify autism in a child at the age of 5. So he wants to know that can somebody's autism's condition hide till the person get to around 25 years before we detect?
Okay, I'm not sure if I really understood your question well, but
okay, let me go over again.
Or maybe let me do part of what I've understood. Yeah, I know the issue of being able to detect it at 5 years, but it can still be even detected earlier than 5 years.
Okay.
It's just that sometimes it's more obvious around that age of 5, but before 5 years, one can also detect, or the doctors are able to pick it. And then, were you asking if it can be also identified at the age 25?
Yeah.
Yes, it can be identified. The only reason why it's not identified, there has not been enough awareness raised regarding autism. But many people might be there out there who have autism. So many people, if you just check on some social media platforms or on people who are raising awareness on autism, and just go even through comment section, you will find people some saying, I'm 79, yesterday I've been diagnosed of that. Some 40 something, some. So at any age, it's possible to actually diagnose autism.
Okay, Intinia, Elder Gracious, can you say autism no? Libe to me, ahuno, addition ye kase 5 years. Nanso, libe to me ahuno, and temkra ansana akwadana di 5 years. But most of the cases, by 5 years time, no na autism no ayi ne hu yie pa, libe to me hu se we die obi. Ena osan bisa se na ebetima sie community nipa no bedi 25 years. Yes, ebetima sie ekopem se nipa no bedi be 25 years. Ansana yehu efi se ebia no etwa ne ho ahia no woni nimde efa autism ho. Nti autism no ebia na e ho from enkrabre mu ebia age 5 na eba na, but na nipa e wo ne ho no ennim ono ankasa so ennim. Nti until say a bedroom time be a one hour who him the bit me who say, oh, yes, sister, and I in a condition woman any. Mr. Ken, but what you say?
Okay.
If I try Matthias here.
Okay. So, Eda,
Hello, Amo.
yes,
Amo.
yes. Your line is
Please, just a
breaking.
minute. So, if anyone has a question, I said Erica is in. So, if anyone has a question from her presentation, the person can also ask her.
Oh, okay. So, Erica is in. So now we are taking the question. And I'm making camera for Kura. Inti, yes, Erica Abba. Inti, you say you will actually for me, you know. Erica or Gracious or Inti, who question Emma Erica, which media ba, who question Emma Gracious or which media ba, then na yeah. Inti, what question be a Fabra?
Amo.
Yes.
My second question is
Okay.
Autism no. Omotebia no. Etimi kokodu baby say wo a woni omotifie na na wo ben omo no. Omutimi ehawa na say bia efa ne say wo mo beye keka say wo be prawa na bibi saa no.
Okay.
Etimi kodu sam pempenso no.
Okay. Mami Mbisa na. Hello, Elder Gracious, this question goes for you.
Okay.
A brother want to understand that when we look at the autism condition, those with autism condition and their behavior, can it come to a point when they can harm those that they are living with? That due to their behavior, they can cause harm to you?
Yes. With some, it can go to that extent. And when they are doing it, they have come to a point where it's called like meltdown. They are no longer thinking straight, they are frustrated, and when they are doing it, most of the times it's not intentional.
Okay.
Yes.
So
it's possible. So it's better now of, that's why I was highlighting the issue of acceptance, the issue of empathy, the issue of patience, the issue of trying to understand them, what makes them calm. So if you know that, it will help in those where they go to a meltdown.
Okay. Enti near Elder Gracious, can I say yes? Obi or autism say for normal or namuno or how no be kesia edru baby order subaya ye kika edia obetumi how, but na enye ne intention na say ne pene se nkobe how nanso ekwa koduru baby a obetumi how ena ni nyina ene se yen ti omase no eka ho bi ne be ma na basa na mom se yeti omase na ye ne omo etena yie senia na ye nim no ma ahinta no na yeti omase ya enko nkoduru saa tebia no na mom se yenti ase na okosa no mana mu ekoduru ne mpomponso a ababia abufuo ne noma kika wona obetumi ahaw nti so obi wa asem bisa foforo so a but menu ya se what ya na.
Okay, thank you. I'll ask also Elder Doreen, in case you want to add on what I've said, Erica, if you have anything to add.
Okay. You say that Doreen, Erica, say, omo bibi omo de beka ho nso a, omo nso bu media ka ho.
Or anyone who might have also an understanding about it.
Before we nso wa ha, owo nimdie bi efa autism ho a, ono nso obetumi ne ya che.
Sorry, my device froze for a bit. I didn't even hear the question or the response that was given, so I'll pass on this one.
Okay.
Okay, or say one take question, no, any identity by any response by this time, no, or better ne go answer.
Okay, if there are any more questions people can ask.
And question time, no. Oh, question now the aba. Oh, emwa tembisa na emwa bia. Yeah, train now the aba. Until
Hello, Amo.
Yes.
Agi, do you want to ask a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe the fact member that they now dress a member and she should yes attend.
Will I no break into wait my chassis?
Hello, Agi.
Yes.
Now, online ni break into start BM.
Me say, the muda.
Yeah.
I say the muda.
Agi bet me akase o muda ho.
Watiko.
Hello. Hello, Agi. Okay. Hello, Agi.
Yeah, free.
Bacho kasa.
Okay, now me be
online ni breaking.
Question no beginning no ya until question you.
Hello, Agi. Ube position wo ye na bia wa kasa because oya na mu da ho abon se later na asatiko. It is e bia be pe ba bi ye agina. Okay. Hello, amon pacho so agina ye nti obesa ba bi.
Okay, our Agnes wanted to ask a question, but the line is not clear. So she wants to position herself well. Then she will ask the question again. But as we are waiting for her, if you have any question, you can bring it on board. It is a train Agnes saw the question bebano. Before or asimbisa bia ubetumi ediaba. Uwo mwaso a ubetumi ediaba.
Okay, can I just add something to the question that was asked earlier? And then Doreen, maybe you can also hear the question. The question was, can someone who is autistic harm those who they stay with? So that I said that can be seen most of the times when they are having a meltdown. So
okay, can I explain? So me pese me de kakra esan ka question na brother Ken ebisa earlier no ho ebisa ye no na afi Doreen so atimi ate ase at question na se na obibi o de aka ho. Okay, pasha yenko. You can continue, please.
Okay. So I mentioned the need of for one to be able to calm them or to understand what they are going through. There is that need of patience, empathy, acceptance, and all that. If they are triggered, okay.
Mema yet yes, yes, addition say, or say, you who can be fast wa, yebe buama, what does you buy a year brew, Eddie. Nina say, ye bet you on a seer, na fe, ye benya abotre amawon.
So if those things have been put in practice, whenever they have a meltdown, you might have understood them and know what makes them calm down.
And he said, no ma yes, you know, a year, ye share ice bacteria, ne war as you know. Say, yet Tisano Manase, na ye de a year juma. Enkodru se obedru time a wayemre anase wabubuo na yebe hu die nti a ama won akosa atebia no na yetumi aso ano.
Remember, they are not doing it intentionally. They are in a space where they are just trying to escape whatever that had put them in that space.
Enti se uhu se wadru mpomponso a eye abufuo ne noma bi a kika bi a oye na ene bubu a wabubu no e se uhu se on sheda se obeye sa na mmom noma bi ena akeka boma ede na bedru sa tibia no.
So it comes with trauma, with fear, it comes with frustrations, it comes with a lot. So this is just the behavior that they are.
Adwinu ntawantawa bebre eba eni suro ahodo enyina eba.
And also remember, I mentioned that autistic people, they vary, they are different.
Oh, nti scientists yes hu se obi a wo autism fo no enso no yedam kwadwo wo autism a ne ya na ne suban be different from kofidie enti omunyina obi a ne senia ositie.
Some of them are not even aggressive. Some of them can just be like me.
Obi yo a autism for no obi yo a onye kika obi wa ni suban betimi aye okay to say ye na yeti ya.
So they can be like me, that you don't like maybe easily see that I have autism.
Betimi aye to say me amiti ya enye mmerese obehu se me autism.
And not all of them can harm people.
Enye omunyina na betimi ya ha obi wo ho a ne de no odaboko ti enye autism ni bia ne betimi ebe ha obi bia ne sene ne tibia ne sutie.
And they are not always harming people, to those who sometimes end up in that space of harming.
Ena e wo say yeti ase se enye abre bia na obe ha obi enye se omusuban ne se abre bia obe ko tibia bi mu woni pomponso na obe ha obi ebia some selected cases and one or two bi na bi ebesi but enye se tembia onya ko ni pomponso anese obe ha obi ba bi entisa.
So it's a matter of coming down to their level, understand them, and then it will minimize any aggressiveness that may come.
Enti we say yetumi eti won ase na ye ni won eba begyina pen baako sene be ya ne oye bia no ye beti wanse na yetumi enso aboa won.
Doreen, I don't know if you heard the question and if you have anything to add.
Doreen, so will be at the can ho a and also ye twem.
Yeah, I think you've answered it. I'll just add by saying that if you are a person that is a family member for such a victim,
Ne meka ne se wo ye busuani ema obi o autism.
then you need to try to identify the triggers.
Was say unhu nea ema oda suban bi a enye adi no. Was say unhu saa no ma no. Aha, se bia ade we esi ana bibi we yesi a ena obeda suban bone bi adi. Was say unhu saa no ma no.
You need to compassionately understand your person.
Was say ode odo kwan so no wote nase.
Identify what triggers them to put them into a state of extreme stress.
Na unhu normal enam so a ema oda suban bi a enye adi no. Was say unhu saa no ma no.
And then you need to create a calming environment to help reduce sensory overload.
Say utumi nso ema biaye a mote no ana atwa ho hia no eye biaye a eye boko ana eye din kakra na enkofa entimi ma onye kekakeka.
I know that in Africa, as I said before, this disease is quite new, at least its recognition.
Ase yehu se eba Africa saa yade we no akoye ne ho se ade foforo bi no.
So in many places, we don't actually have therapists and people that are trained in providing professional help.
Enti mmea bebre ewo abibre mu ha no yen hyeda ni obi a owo ho nimde na o train ye de na fantitie mu se obeboa saafo no.
But seeking professional help is very, very important for autistic individuals.
Enti se wo obusuani bi a owo saa autism problem mu a se o de no kohu obi a na wo gye mmoa wo obi owo ho nimde no ehia pa.
They can teach coping strategies and communication skills.
Obi oho nimde no obetumi akyere no amena hu kwan obefa so situation bi obekom no kwan obefa so asom ene kwan obefa so ne afoforo adinkita ho.
So if an autistic person is aggressive, it's not intended. It's part of their difficult experience.
Enti se obi owo autism se ni suban na ye kekakeka enye ne fault eye normal normal bi na akeka bu mama na yesa.
What they need the most is love and support.
Nia ohia pa eye odo ene se yebesan so aboa no odo ne mmoa.
It's not easy for the families, but yeah, you've got to just understand the situation and do your best.
Enyemre emma busuani se woba ana wuni bi ewo autism a ennafa mu enyemre kura nanso ewo se yete condition ase na afi ye sante won ase.
Yeah, so that's what I can add to that question.
Nti nea mede bɛka ho nie.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Mo,
Okay,
question.
I'm sure.
Elvis.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Minim sagia jina ye no betimi akasa dia.
Okay, but we are Elvis Amani.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Agi. I'm sure you're ready there. King David betimi akasa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe so my question is I know I'm be a question about both it was that gender for issue no, and at the same time no the another problem whereby what's the cost as disease no and I say special people the another
Autism no, autism ho asɛm na wokan.
yeah autism the another saa we ne ba.
Wopɛ sɛ ohu ne ɛde saa wɔ niba, okay.
Yeah, because say bia I will say bia who say bia oba nyimo a ye say akwala na nton we ni mu yi a ni hu mu ni mu yi a tani a topic that means subenya a topic yare na akwala no before be that we ni be happen no dia na man bibi sa esi.
Okay. Okay. So, Sister Gracious, another question for you. That's want to know what actually happened in the womb to the baby that the baby ends up becoming autistic when the baby is born. What is the actual cause?
Okay. So I think this one, Elder Doreen will be able to answer it so well. But what I can say it's genetic, it's from the genes. At the same time, sometimes during pregnancies, what women go through, if there is no proper support, if the woman is facing abuse, if the environment for the pregnant woman is not conducive, is not a good environment, and there is constant abuse, there is a lot that is not going well. It can be emotionally, mentally, physically. Part of it can also contribute to the whatever the outcome may be when a child is born. So Elder Doreen, you can help with this one also. Erika or anyone else who can be. But it's mostly genetical.
Yes, and you're right. In 80% of the cases, there is some inherited genetic mutation.
Okay, so what Elder Gracious said was that when it comes to the cause of autism na near normal so ɔbaa no anyima normal ɔfam ɛne sɛ ebia how bi wɔ fie anaasɛ ne natenka mu ne environment baabi ɔte no normal bi nkɔ yɛ ne adeɛ a ɛno wɔ nsusansoɔ party bi nso ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna Sister Doreen nso ɛba mu na ɔsɛ eduru baabi so a sɛ abɔfra no ɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɔnyini wɔ yɛfunu no mu a yɛ genes no the way esi keka bom ne ade no ɛno nso fa baabi ɛtumi gyina so nti bɛyɛ 80% nso gyina saa genes na ɛkeka bom ɛbɛfɔme akwaraa no nso ɛno nso nneɛma bi tumi kɔ so wɔ hɔ.
It's not a single gene, but hundreds of genes, even thousands of small genetic variations that influence brain development.
Nti saa autism no akwaraa no abɔfra no ɛnyini wɔ nipadua no mu a genes ahodoɔ genes no yɛ honam akwa nketenkete bi a ɛkeka bom na ɛma adwene no ɛnyini ne nipadua no nyini na sɛnea ɛkyerɛ sɛnea yɛyɛ nneɛma no sɛ genes no keka bom a ɛho baabi ɛtumi ɛde saa autism yɛ ba yi.
And when these genetic mutations happen, they affect how neurons connect and communicate and process information.
Nti saa genes no sɛ ɛdane ne ho ebi ɔbaa ne bɛrima ahyia kosua no ne bɛrima no ho nsuo ne ɔbaa no kosua ne hyia na ɛka bom na ɛdane abɛyɛ abɔfra ama abɔfra no anyini ne honam akwa no anyini a saa adaneɛ no a ɛkɔ so wɔ abɔfra no mu no nneɛma a ɛkeka bom dane ne ho no sɛ mfonsuo bi ɛba ho baabi a ɛno bi baabi ɛka ho paa ɛna ɛma ne ba saa.
So the symptoms are because the brain is not communicating properly.
Nti autism nneɛma yɛhu nneɛma ɛda adi wɔ autism mu no ɛma ɛno yɛ nneɛma a ɛkɔ so wɔ adwene no mu a ɛnsisi so yie no nti na ɛma autism yɛhu no sɛnea ɛteɛ no.
The other 20% is caused by congenital issues.
Yɛfa 80% a ɛsɛ yɛ genes no anaa genes na ɛkeka bom no ɛkɔ so bɛyɛ 80%. Afei other percentage no nso a aka no nso nyinsɛn mu haw ahodoɔ ne awoɔ mu haw ahodoɔ no nso ɛde bi ka ho.
So, like, for example, when a woman is pregnant and she gets an infection or she gets through some kind of, she has some conditions or difficult circumstances that can affect the way the brain is developing and how neurons are connecting.
Enti sɛ ɔbaa enyim na ɔwɔ yarewa bi a ɔwɔ nyarewa bi nso so a ɛno nso etumi ɛde saa haw yi ɛde bi ka ho.
So I think it can even include exposures to toxins in the environment.
Often so sɛ ɔbaa no wɔ baabi a friends say nnuro bɔne bi ɛwowɔ a anaasɛ mframa na ɛwɔ hɔ no nyɛ papa na nneɛma bi a wodi kɔ ne mu nso so ɛnyɛ papa a na nnuro bi a awuduro bi wɔ hɔ a ne nyinaa nso etumi nya nsunsuansoɔ ɛwɔ abɔfra no so.
You know, in Africa, we don't really have good environmental scientists that take care of the environment.
Ba bi bere mu a wɔn a wɔhwɛ yɛn pɔtam a atwa yɛn ho ahyia no a yɛnhyɛ dɛ nni wɔn a abɔdeɛ mu nhwehwɛmufoɔ a wɔhwɛ so yie paa ne yɛnhyɛ dɛ nni bebree.
So exposures to air pollution, industrial chemicals like mercury, like lead, they can actually affect how the brain is growing inside the womb.
enti se yehwe awuduru a ewo mframa ene ensu a yenom yeduane a yedi ene biaye a yete na ni nyina enya nsunsanso wo abofra no ni nyine ho titiriw na adwen no enyina enya nsunsanso wo so enti oba ye area ha ya na se illegal mining for no nsu a mo say no ewo ye man mu yade adache de how bebre bebre mo fry be wo no because mercury ne sa awudu ahodo a yede eye gold no bi nyina benya nsusanso wo yeso ene other chemicals e bia area na wo ye bo farming community anase ba bi edo afuo na ye spray weedicide nene ade a nyina de nsusanso ahodo obetima brain.
So I'm sure everyone knows that when a baby is born, the biggest part of their body is the head.
Enti se yehwa abofra ye wo abofra ne nipadua ni nyina ba bi eso pa ye niti.
In fact, all the way to about even 5 years or so, the head is the biggest part of a child.
Enti from ne mofra se time ebe wo abofra na akosi be mfie num no ne nipadua kwa no ba bia ne eso kese ba akopa ye niti.
And when a baby is inside the womb, definitely the head is the largest part of them as they are growing in the womb.
Enti se abofra no wo oba no ne maami yem a ana na wotwa no mu kura ne nakwa no ne so pa ye niti no.
So nature has prioritized the development of the brain over all the other organs.
Enti ufa abode ma friends honama kwa no ne abode na ni ku hu ba kopa eye yadwen enti na ohu tire ne sa no.
So you can imagine the impact of gender inequality on brain development from the perspective of women falling pregnant without planning.
Enti yehwe a ebehu nsusanso a ekoso wo saa enyimu a ewo ema ne mema mu ti se oba ekonyinsen wa bra wan yen hihye bia na se wanwe ho a nsusanso ebetumi di aba.
Actually, all pregnancies are supposed to be planned so that the woman can prepare herself for the development of the child inside her womb.
Enti enkane papa mu pa e wo se nyinsen bia no oba no etimi plan se maye ready ana se maye ready se me yinsen ana maye crowd se me yinsen se na be ya oba no betimi ahwe ne ho suye ne abofra no ama abofra no nso etumi na adwen ne nyina ne na kwa ne nyina etima anyine kama.
But by and large, in most instances, people fall pregnant accidentally, and then this is one of the consequences if the conditions are not the best for brain development.
Enti se oba yinsen wa bra one plan se opeyinsen na ebasa wontumi enya enhwe ne ho so ye na ne nyina enya nsusanso wo abofra no nadwen enyini so.
So for young people here at the end of the world wanting to have children, this is one of the considerations that should be seriously thought of.
Enti mabuna sese yedwen se yenso yebewo ana yede mmofra beba wiase no ewo se yedwen asemi yi ho na yehwe ne yie na ye planning ye bibia kama.
Yeah, thanks.
Yo, me da say. Okay, and then me sumi wa sembisa Emma Erica. Yeah, Madam Erica, I have a question for you.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. Yesterday we per the studies, we got to know that we are neither conservatives, we are nor is it conservative or the other
Liberal.
one is
Libra.
yeah, conservative or liberals. Yeah, and then we are neither on the left nor on the right. We stand in the middle. So, but in this case, we have a saying that in the face of bad and evil or truth and evil, you cannot stand in the middle, or salvation, you cannot stand in the middle. You are either on the good side or you're on the bad side. If you try to stand in the
Yes.
middle, or if you try to become neutral in the face of truth and evil, if you become neutral, then automatically you are taking side.
Yes.
You cannot be neutral in the face of bad and good. You need to choose. So if
Yes.
you want to be neutral, you will definitely choose a side. So in this case, that's the lesson is telling us that we are not supposed to be on the left or on the right. Are we not being hypocrites, or where do we, or how do we understand it well?
It is not the same thing.
Come. Hello.
It's not the same thing. So you
Yes.
cannot compare those
Hello,
two.
somebody is saying something. Elvis, what is it?
BBB can audio like even when it comes to election, left or right, no, why ideology na yung vote man.
When it comes to what?
You what them kind no?
Okay, Brabim.
Election, why I per your can me question but Anna misadi be country say when it comes to election, left or right, no, why ideology na yung vote more when it comes to election.
Okay, so our brother said he want to add up to the question that I brought up. That's so that you can answer all together. That's when it comes to election. Are we supposed to be neutral, or which part should we vote to, the left or the right?
At this stage, when it's protecting human life, to respecting human life, you choose the side that at that stage is protecting human life. Today, if you go vote, you go and vote on the left side, but it does not mean you choose their side.
Ti ose ne o kan se eba nipa nkwa so a nipa nkwa ene e o ti choose benkum no enti eba nipa nkwa wontumi enyina mfimfin.
We are working with flawed systems.
Is it fraud systems?
Flawed, wrong
Okay.
systems that doesn't work correctly.
Okay, so ose ye normal ye de ye adwuma no bebre enkoyie.
You have to see that even in the judicial system, it's flawed.
Ye hwe friends saying lawyers ni ade ye amamra ye hwe amamra nsem na eno kra no ba bi bebre enkoyie. Dream kakra.
A man can represent himself who is an abuser.
Please, can you come again?
A man can be his own lawyer.
Be his own lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. Be a judge, I didn't have now or person or say be a judge na I didn't have it na seminal. ɔno awɔ ne biases.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, ɔkyerɛ sɛ yɛde maybe yɛde obi akɔ court a nipa nankasa nso wɔ ɔno nso ɔno atumi gyina ma ne ho anaasɛ ɔwɔ nea ɔno nso n'adwen kyerɛ no no.
And he can interrogate his own victim on the witness stand.
Enti ɔbɛyɛ obi a sɛ wadi nkunim. Is it victor or victim?
Where in our movement we say the two shall never meet again.
Enti ye movement ne yɛka sɛ saa mmienu yi nhyia biem.
The victim is protected.
Nea asɛm no yɛyɛ tia no no ɔno mmom yɛbɔ ne ho ban ne yɛayɛ adeɛ no tia no no.
So also the left and the right, there's good people in both sides.
Enti yɛhwɛ both side a left and right na anaasɛ benkum ne nifa na yɛwɔ nipa a ɛyɛ papa ɛwɔ baabi biara.
But today we lean to some of the things that the left do because of equality.
Na ene yegyina ma nneɛma ne bebree sɛ a benkum no ɛyɛ no ɛnam mmaa ne mmarima pɛpɛɛpɛ yɛ nti.
But it does not mean they have it all right.
Ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ ɛwɔ no ɔwɔ benkum no ɛwɔ ɔmo nneɛma a ɔmo yɛ no nyinaa na ɛyɛ.
For instance, using that a predator can talk to his victim because it is right.
Please, you say who will talk to the victim?
Predators.
Predators.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Predators, sure.
Okay, so obi a ɔno no ɛkɔ so trouble ana ɔyɛ ɔde problem ɛbrɛ obi no. Saa nipa no enso tumi ene nipa na opura no no ekasa.
So the only way we can vote so far is to the left.
Enti kwan a yɛbɛfa so ato ya aba sisia ne sɛ yɛbɛto akɔ benkum.
But doesn't mean the left is 100% good.
Na ɛno nso nkyerɛ sɛ benkum no ebibia ɛyɛ papa.
But that is all we have on this world.
Na ni yɛwɔ ɛwɔ wiase no no.
But we have to have a more perfect understanding.
Sɛ yɛbɛnya ntiaseɛ papa bebree.
About equality and freedom.
Ɛfa mba ne mmarima pɛpɛɛpɛ yɛ ho ɛne fa ahodie.
Does it help?
Yeah, it helps. So the first part that I asked concerning maybe being in the middle, isn't all we being hypocrites? How are we going about that?
As I said, there is no other way to vote than to choose one of those two.
It's like
then
my own is not more about the election, but yesterday's lesson, as we got to learn that when it comes to certain issues, we are not supposed to take the left or the right, but we stand at the fulcrum. Or when you take a seesaw, we have to be the center. So that was what I was asking. That's
it's to focus on the people, not the institutions. We have to focus on people and how to talk to people. And if you are very left and very right, then you are losing a certain kind of people to reach them.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay, thank
I
you.
think Erica is not saying that we don't have where to stand, but he's saying that in order to reach the people, both those people on the right or on the left, we should stand at the middle so that we can reach them. So he's not saying that maybe if a case is there between the left and the right, we can decide which path to go. That is not what Erica is saying. But he's saying that because we have good people at the left side and good people at the right side, always we should be at the middle in order to reach the people there.
Okay, I get you. So, near yeah, break and say, Addition is Shan and Rano. And yes, or Casse, ye whom papa say will be whom I ain't mean now, and I whom papa say, or if I ain't mean, but near addition passage train, and say, send a bay, you bet to me, I train a be free, benkum ne atwe so afiri nifa no e wo se yegina mfimfin fi se ukogina afa baako a ene efa baako aka no ebe den se wobetwe won enso abam nti na meti ase a mehu ne se ase obi ne obi nya asem na animanimu na wo condemn fa baako a ebe den se opese osiesie on tema fa baako no betio fi se obehu se already no wo gina yafa enti wo yesa wo be settle there's no way wo be bias enti no on ti ase ma.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I add something to it? Can I add something? Can I add something to make it clear?
Okay.
You get patriarchy on the left and on the right.
Okay.
And you have to remember that.
Patriarchy on the left and on the right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So Eben has raised the hand. So please, you can ask your question.
Yeah, maybe say more problem with autism, you know.
Oh, before
I advise.
Hold on. Can you hold on, please, Sister Gracious?
Yes, before you go to the other question, Milton wanted to add something on Erica's question.
Okay, I say answer na yebe call next question, brother Eben then the yebe bano. Opeso de kakra Erica question no Erica there no. So please we are listening.
Okay. So I just wanted to add on the illustration she used in her presentation.
Please, can you speak louder?
Okay, so I wanted just to add on the illustration which was asked in her presentation of a balance.
Okay. Me pese me de kakraka sa enfanto ho a oma wo na desua mu no.
So when you look at the approach this movement is taking.
Please come again.
Your voice is very down.
Your voice is down, so if you can speak louder.
Okay, when you look at the approach this movement is taking.
Okay, so you hwe kwan a anamontuo kuye fa so a
as priests we cannot belong both to the left or the right.
Eba priest as a priest yentimi ngina benkum nko a anase nifa nko a.
The context in which we choose sides is when you look at socially what is happening in the world.
Enti abra ye choose benkum ana nifa no eye abra ye hu se bibi ekoso wo wiase no na e wose yetu hu anamon.
Our message demands us to look and see which side is lessening the burden which people are facing. This is a social issue.
Enti se eba se asem bi abeto ho na ye bobo hu na ye hu ne fapem ba bi ade besi a e wo se ye hwem anamontu okwo ye hwem na ye hu se sa biaye benkum ana nifa ne o kan eno mom ne beboa nipa no enti ne beboa nipa no eno ho na yebegina.
So for the past decades, the left have been willing to take some steps to reduce the pain, especially which women were facing through patriarchy.
Enti emre kakra emre kakra betwam yi si ehwe benkum na benkum no eta ede adwempo ana nhyehyeye a ede ebeboa omanfo no na eba ni titiriw ne mma ebeboa won ayi won afiri nkonua mu no benkum no na eda saa de na di.
So we know those steps were not perfect. So in terms of understanding, our movement has to have a higher understanding further than what even the left has promised and have managed to achieve.
Enti please, can you come again from the last part?
So I'm saying the steps which the left have taken in the context of the United States are not perfect.
Okay, enti ose si ehwe normal benkum no ejina so ewo US a enye pepepe. Please continue.
Okay. Yeah. So we have to have a higher understanding. We have to rise above that standard. Priests have to attain a higher understanding, and those sides which we are choosing are just symbolic to what social issues we are facing.
Enti ose as a priest no ose yetimi ekọ ye nim ana ye kọ soro ye kọ ye nim esen babia left ne ejina no na normal ebeba ewo ye mpatamu ne society no no ye betimi ye hu ne ye.
Okay, I hope it helps to get that point clear.
Me jidi se we ebeboa. Okay, thank you very much. So brother Eben has a question, so brother, you can ask your question. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, bro, you can ask your question.
Okay. My network anymore.
Yes, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe say omo autism no, like omo sa problem no. Yes say omo be worry na omo atete mma. Ye hwe condition na omo mu no a. Na dey to so me no. When say problem na omo famu nti na omo react on that certain ways. Nti no nyankopon omo fom so agu omo so and na say the omo ye no omo nim ni omo ye nti no omo ho kwan say omo to aso ye. It's a changes be ntimi ma omo brabo according to the or you know.
Okay. So, Sister Gracious, this question goes to you. That when it comes to autism, we have learned to know the conditions that they go through and the problems they go through. So, what our brother is asking is that, is it good for somebody with autism to marry, give birth, and then train?
Raise a child.
That's the first question. Is it okay for them to marry, have kids, and train them, looking at the condition they are going through? And then also, the second part of the question is that we know that based on the whatever behavior that they are bringing out or that is showing in their life, we have learned that it is not their will that they should do that, but based on some underlying conditions beneath the iceberg, that is triggering the behavior that we are seeing. So if they put up a behavior that may not be good, is God going to judge them with those behaviors, or because it is not their fault that they are exhibiting those behaviors, God will overlook and then let them be? So it's 2 questions. You can answer now.
Okay. So, from how I understand it, when God is judging, is we are going to be judged for what we know.
Okay, so say Yankopon bu aten a obu aten ewo ade a wonim ho.
So remember, we said some of these behaviors, they are coming out not intentionally. They are unaware. Sometimes this is what they are doing.
Enti osisi ye hwe sa suban a ode na di a bebre anye won pe ne se obeda sa suban na di na mmom ne a ewase a epushi no no ene ma ne kosa atibia no.
Remember how their brain functions. It's not like the brain of someone who is neurotypical.
Enti ose yeti ase se senia won obi o autism na adwen esi ye adwuma no enye the same way na obi a oni autism eye adwuma nti won adwen no danso efiri obi a oni autism.
So they can only be judged on what they know, which yeah.
Nti obetuma bu aten a ne a wonim na ebibu on aten ba ye ne a onim.
And Milton also wants to add something.
Okay, I want a repeat of the question on the first part.
On the first part, the question was looking at the condition that they are in and their behavior certain times. Will it be good, or is it okay for them to marry, have children, and then would they be able to train their children well?
On that part, I would say it depends. If let's say one partner is with autism, the other partner has to really have more information and understanding.
Please, your voice is low. Kindly speak loud.
Okay, on the first part, it depends with what kind of relationship is gonna be that person involved. If the other person has not enough information, make the environment very safe and comfortable, it's usually not the best way to go forward.
Okay, nti edepende nipa na one no ewo sa ayonkofa no nti ebe depende anase ebe gina nipa na one ne betu sa na mo no.
I think as we have learned from these studies, there was lack of information even from the medical side of things. You can imagine what was in the society about that condition.
Enti efa medicine mukrana na nhwehwemufo na information bebre eni ho.
So the consequences which will be there is that in most cases those people will end up be in an abusive situation.
Enti enam se enti ase ne information bebre na eni ho no nti na fe ye kwa koduru ba bia ase ye hawon ye de how bi ebre won eno na ma oye nia na oye no.
And children will be collateral damage in those relationships. There will be a lot of further imbalances in the raising of those children, which will even create so many other problems, which can be avoided.
Mmɔfra a ɛbɛba saa sɛntiaseɛ ɛnni hɔ ɛwɔ saa relationship anaa yɔnkofa no mu a mmɔfra a ɛbɛba mu no wɔn teteɛ mu no wɔbɛnya haw bebree.
So I think it will be best to learn as much as we can as people. I know not many are studying this, but for us, is to be really informed as much as we can.
Nti adeɛ baako ehia paa ne sɛ yɛbɛsua na yɛhu na yɛate aseɛ yie.
Okay. And the second part?
Okay, ne ɛtɔ so mmienu no. Okay, with the first part, if your own, what's pay your contribution on the first one, whether they are to marry or not to marry and have kids. So if I can understand your point, then it will depend on the partner who will be in the marriage or the relationship with the other part who is autistic, right? Is that what I'm getting? Is that what you are trying to say?
Yes, we cannot say they cannot marry all because we cannot decide for anyone. No one has the right to do that on anyone.
Okay. So, in summary, near your brother, can say, yent me she will be said, manen warrior na manen nya enfam of from Maria, Sinemum, and it no, I was say, Gina. Nipa kra or ne autistic person worry no or more relationship no. So I was say or no it may condition na see and I what tibia nipa na autism no ewo mu no yie se na be ya obetumi ne na tena yie na ne ebeba bia no obetumi asom na waboa ma no ma akoyie. But yentimi nhyɛ obi sɛ ɔnware ana ma ne nware. Brother Eben, I hope you are okay.
Maybe I'm no problem.
Okay.
Kakra ne say ebi ana nipa no kora no wambo ne partner no amane ana say me ka
Hello, Brother Eben. Hello.
ana in a way say woni mo ho say diagnosis say sa problem a wo fa mu ne or an advice or dey ma no say uta but one ka say woni mo ho no what's that to be anymore no say also because so I say Bema was that to be anymore. I think say Bema na more aggressive on ne yere on energy. You see, yeah, want to me share no so until remember we be on no more. I didn't say o mo betimi no matter na confusion cause na say unjai no ni suja.
Your line was breaking. So in a nutshell, are you saying they should not marry or the other person should know before they marry?
You're asking me that question?
Yeah, I said now line breaking tino mantias mantino
my neck casano, they know what ceremony say, you see a force will be so worry and I'm more worry. But now, me question, no, Ejina say, meaning me who send me was a problem no more. I said, my partner, yes, sir. Secondly, no, advice ben obeti media mame, sebia me was at be anymore. Na me near botre, be mu as a buffon is any manner. Was a more relationship, you know. Say me take a decision, say me obia me was autism ni more. And then I was like a dear send obesi summarizing ama a beboa me ama say any pan making me take a good decision and end the disaster or marriage in him.
Oh, okay. So hello, my brother. Mr. Eben is asking that what he wanted to understand is that maybe if I'm the person with autism that I'm going into the marriage, is it good for me to let my partner know, or what should I do for my partner to be aware, and then in order for us to be able to cope with each other? Or is there a situation that the partner cannot know? Or what? So what should the person do?
Okay, I can. All right. So there is nothing wrong about opening up to your to whoever you want to start a relationship with. It's actually very important. That way they will know how to handle you. That way they will know like even be able, it helps actually being open from the beginning, because you can even highlight what triggers you, what can help you in case you get into a state where you are in a state of meltdown, you know. So there is, it's very important actually to highlight that. I don't know if you answered, but I wanted to go back to the previous two questions to just add something.
Okay, let me explain this one and then you add up. So Brother Eben, she's saying that it's good to yes, ube bie no mani so mfitiasia no ama o partner na hu. Ohu na se still na o ne obetu anamo a eno no obete wase yie. Sense wo de no ma besie o partner no na akire wonte wase na de how be breba, but ubie normal ni so akire no o condition ni na obete ase say oh me partner na me kunu ya na me yire say na problem say ya na say how say no wo enti say oda suban bi say ya di kra na e wo say me nya abotre wo say me ye say na metime boa no na eno no be boa bebre na enkofa problem ma enti who open up aye.
Okay, so one thing I want to highlight, I think I've mentioned it before.
Na de ba kwa me pese misi sudua no em say medikin campaign
Is that autistic people, they vary. They are different types of autistic people.
Eba autism a manfo a wo autism na obia danso omonye adekro enti kofi o autism a na kwaku nso autism a obia suban ana normal obia nam no different enye pepepe.
So I wanted to say, I don't see anything wrong with autistic people getting married.
Enti ni amepesa meka ne se minhu boni a ewom se obi owo autism ebeware.
If they are to be married with the right person who understands them.
Se omo ware na se omo partner no obi a ote nase a de minhu problem e wo se ontumi nware ni hia ne se ne partner no ana ne one no etu anamo no obete nase.
Remember, autistic people are very normal in their own way.
Enti ne wo se wote ase bi mi so ne se obi a owo autism no enye yade na oye okay, but just say ono no ehu noma e wo no ane kwan so ana oye oda so no nko e wo no ne kwan so, but enye se o yare be serious bisa.
From the data that I managed to gather, they actually understand each other more than in a situation where you have like a neurotypical person and autistic, like they understand. Autistic people, they really understand each other.
Nti ofa wona owo autism ni shia omo ho ase pa because they function at a different level na say omo ye omo noma e wo omo ankasa omo etibia bi mu.
The percentage is so high that because they speak the same language, if I can say it, or they hear the same things. They have a lot in common.
Nti osi ohanji mu no e wo soro efise wo omo enyina ejina pen no koye baako nti wote won ho ase.
I remember the other day I shared with Elder Doreen a video clip which had a couple of people who had autism.
Me kai say adano me de video bi echre Elder Doreen efa awarefo bi a na omo ewo autism.
Both of them, they are married. But in their world, sex doesn't exist.
But ewo omo wiase no ema oba ni be ma agro na se mpam agro enim omo wiase no saade no omo nwen saade no.
There is no intimacy.
Say ye di mpam agro no omo enya de a efa omo ho sa.
Their family members tried to introduce by making them watch videos, making them, see things to try to bring them into having intimacy. But both of them, it was not making sense, and they didn't want anything to do with that.
Enti sa awarefo omabusuafo no try se nkom be ye bibia ama omantimi omani atima beje mpam agro ho nanso omumienu de omo no enya de na omope ana enya de ye ha omo nso.
So they are okay in that little world of theirs.
Omumienu no de omo ye fine, omo ye okay, bibia en ha omo ebo omo bra just say omo no awarefo mpam agro no eno enya de a omo anije ho but omo wo kwan fofora omo fa so tena omo anije.
They even stay separate. They can't share. Both of them are not in a like they don't feel comfortable sharing the same place. So each stays at their own place.
Enti eba onwa setena mukura omo mpese ombetena abom enti obia ete ne baabi.
So like I said, they vary, and then there are those who are autistic who can be married with non-autistic people, but it's just a matter of understanding the other party, understanding the autistic person. There are people who are out there who are married, who have supporting partners, who also have ended up having children who are autistic, but because they understand what each go through, they are managing in that. It's a matter of understanding each other, being empathetic with each other, being patient with each other, accepting each other, that can create this safe and happy environment for anyone to live.
Enti ose ye wo awarefo no bi nso a ebi nso wo ho a autistic nanso waware obi a woni onye autistic ni nyina ne se ote won ho ase ne enye autistic no ote ne partner no anase ote ne other half na oye autistic no ote nase Enti omu ni ha obia.
Thank you. I don't know, Elder Doreen, if you have anything to add there, or Erika, or anyone else.
Enti se Elder Doreen Erica na obi bia wo mmoa bi o de beka ho nso a obetumi de aba.
Just to deflect the discussion and say the problem in the world is not autistic people getting married. It's normal people getting married and having unplanned pregnancies. That's the world's problem.
Enti yehwe problem a ewo wiase pa enye ene se obi owo autism obeware anase wonware, but ene se obi oye normal person or obeware anase opese onyinsin a obe plane yie ansana wakom.
Hey, thank you, Elder D. So we see where the problem comes from.
That's inti ya hu ba bia problem no free ba.
And then, can you repeat that question on judgment, please?
Okay. The other part was that, you know, they based on their condition. Sometimes they behave in some way that, per the lesson we said, is not their fault. It's as a result of some underlying factors that they are behaving that way. And Brother Eben was asking that, is God going to judge them on those their behaviors, or because it is not their fault, but due to some underlying factors, God is going to overlook?
Okay, so I think that's a loaded, complex question.
Or me susu se sa kosan ade a emu odu pa.
I think for the longest, since 2017, we've been learning about the nature of men.
Me who say me dwen say from time a yesua ye share nature of man and I say nipa tibi ye share yesua nature of man no.
And our understanding of what sin is still growing.
Yenti asiye wo bone mu ne say you say our understanding of sin is what?
It's still growing, or we are still to learn more things.
Oh, okay. So I say yesua nature of man and I say nipa tibi ya no yenti asiye wo bone ho mana bone su no yegusu a yesua ko ana anti asiye no gusu emu bai ko.
So when it comes to behavior, society had things that were very simple, which we could decide that this is a good or bad behavior.
Enti se eba suban a society ana se man na yetimu no yetimi ejeje se ententem se we ye papa na se we ye bone.
But I think we are learning and understanding that we, as human beings, we cannot see the motive or what's in the heart of a person.
You say we cannot see what?
The motive or what is in the heart of a human being.
Oh, okay. So when we say you share sa condition we are yentimi nhu nipa no na kuma mu ne wo na kuma mu.
So it's limited. So it's limited to assume that behavior in the way we understand someone can either predict any outcome in terms of judgment of the action.
Eti senia ya yete obi ase no enye nia ebetumi a predict say we bone ana say we be ko ha na we be we bone ana we papa.
And I think this revelation in understanding autism, it's also giving us a picture of how God is or looks like in terms of empathy and understanding.
Enti addition so kyerɛ sɛnea Onyankopɔn ɔno nso n'ahummɔborɔ no a wɔma yɛn no ɛsi fa.
So in other words, aggression is not a sign of someone just intentionally does bad behavior. It's not good enough to come to that conclusion.
So sɛ yɛhwɛ sɛ obi suban na yɛ kekakeka ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ nipa no kɔyɛ bɔne bi anaasɛ yɛntumi fa nyina so nka sɛ nipa no de wɔ ne suban ayɛ kekakeka no nti ɔde kɔdi bɔne bi.
So I think even that's why psychologists try to help law enforcement in understanding what triggers or what causes certain behaviors to happen. There has to be more digging in terms of why someone acts in a certain way.
Nti sɛ ɛno nti na wɔn a osua adwene mu nneɛma ho anaa psychologist or try sɛ ɔbɛma wɔn a ɔhyɛ mmara no ama wɔn ate aseɛ deɛ nti a afoforɔ bi ɛda suban bi adi neɛ nti a wɔyɛ saa.
So in summary, indeed, God has to be more understanding, and even our thinking of what criteria God can use to judge them, we have to, I think, view God in a different way.
Please, can you come again?
So I'm saying, in summary, in terms of autistic people, indeed, it's a fact that God cannot just judge them on the way we think this is a bad behavior and it might lead to a bad outcome in terms of the judgment.
Okay, nti say about autistic person, I say, oh no, autism na based on, and I say, based on ye huno, and I nyankopon, ehun say, enye ye huno, ewe ni suo kekena na nyankopon be gyina so e abu on aten. Nti no, normal bebree ekom.
Okay, thank you, Milton. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Agnes, a question on I said maybe Simon.
Okay, so Frida want to ask the question for Agnes. Her line was breaking. So Frida, you can go ahead.
Okay. No, bisa say autism no eba na ma ne mema amudi ehe na ya na ye common say yehu.
Okay, so our sister want to know that when it comes to autism in male and female, which one is so common that you can easily see?
No, enye se bia de common say we behu, but the ema oba ne bema no emu ti say bia we ma tena na we mema tena e bia for instance we betimi say ye common wo mema ho obetimi anya bet say mema bet say 8%, but oba de obetimi anya bet say 2%. Until or like oba ne bema ne de he na ya na timi develop autism ne more.
Oh, okay. Okay. So she want to know that when it comes to male and female, which of them have the highest prevalence in terms of autism? The percentage, highest percentage in terms of autism.
Okay. Sorry, can you please repeat?
That she want to know that in terms of male and female, which one, when it comes to autism in male and female, the percentage, which one is the highest and which one is the lowest in terms of male and female?
Okay. All right. So from the article which was presented, which was shared on the media broadcast.
Please,
Hello,
can you
so
speak
can
louder?
you reach your microphone well?
Yes, I was saying from the article which was shared on media.
I still cannot hear you well.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can hear.
So from the article which was shared on media broadcast.
Okay.
Can you mute your mic?
Please.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, you can interpret. I was saying from the article which was shared on media broadcast.
Okay, it was this year. Krata edapemenda share wo ye group no media broadcast for now.
Gina Rippon is exposing actually decades of research which was not balanced.
Enti echere me ehu se nhwehwemufoɔ no mfie bebree na omo discriminate na se omo nhwehwemu no efa dodo na fa mmarima ho ekyɛn mmaa.
So from the time autism was discovered, there was an assumption that it was only male who had the highest number.
Enti fro yehwɛ bra yetimi ehu se autism condition ɛwɔ hɔ yi no yɛbɛte a nhwehwɛmufoɔ no ɛnam sɛ na wɔn hwehwɛmu no yɛ bias nti no yɛbɛte a sɛ dodoɔ na autism dodoɔ na yɛ mmarima ɛna ɛtanya autism.
So if you had to do a search now and look at the current statistics, if let's say you see numbers saying 10 male, 1 female.
You said when you check the statistics, you do what?
Let's say right now you do a search and check for the statistics.
Okay. And then you say yeah, check statistics and I say nkontabu ye check nkontabu a efa autism ho.
And then it says 4 male, 1 female.
A bit much now say mmarima mienu mmarima nan enya autism a ɔbaa baako ɛna benya bi. Which is 4:1.
Gina Rippon is saying that those statistics are not correct. There is more number on female, which was not.
But you say sa nkontabuo no nye papa if you say nhwehwɛmu ahodoɔ a ɔyɛ no na dodoɔ na ɛde wɔn ani si mmarima so ɛsen mmaa.
So I'm not sure if in terms of records we have come to a point where the statistics are reviewed and there is now correct information externally, but we now have evidence that there is more numbers on female side which was not recognized.
Enti evidence ɛwɔ hɔ ne ade nyinaa no na enyiyimu ɛwɔ mu. Enti yɛntumi nyina ɛno so ɛmfa nka sɛ mmarima enya autism ɛkyɛn mmaa because adesua yɛsua ma yɛhu sɛ na nyiyimu kakra ɛwɔ mu na mmaa bebree nso so ɛwɔ autism ne bi.
Yes, thank you, Milton, for that.
Okay, thank you very much. Agnes, are you okay? Oh, she's not online.
Okay.
Hello, Amo.
Yes.
Agnes, the phone no atipo ntino okacha mi se mimbusa manu.
Aha, okay. So per the answer,
but I hope
is
so
it okay?
It's laudable.
Okay. Okay, because of our time, if no one has a question, then we're supposed to come to an end. And this will be a near Sembisa dia ye jama or ya dear baby.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Brother Elvis. Yeah, Brother Elvis. If you have a question, you can ask.
Okay, maybe question no. Say a comma Erica. Me problem is when it comes to like patriarchy and I say equality as a whole now. But you tell me. But you
yeah, me too.
To we are not summarize, yeah, man.
Erica, please, this question goes for you. So, okay, continue.
Auntie, that patriarchy and I say if equality as a whole now. Sometimes, any movement in na ya tenure mass no. You per se your boy and I solve your daily activities mo. But omona ye bo omona na se ma ye ne ehu no kre na ye per se ye must side in ba form no. Omona mpene. Inti me question is say o se di ye ho hye ye so ye patriarchy.
Dabi.
Hello.
Yeah, Elvis,
Mentoaso.
Summarize your question on our main church moment.
My question is is it advisable say sometimes no? Would you who be share patriarchy no afa so di agi sa nkofo na na say o solve na onye ya no we living like that sa the make no senga.
O practice ebia o pese wo kire obi ma na tie ase na ono nso de ye adwuma. Na say nipa no still on te wase a wugya ne sa.
Ana se bia ma se nipa no kra no. Oye wo hu nipa oye obi bia ne wo ho. But bia sometimes kwan afa so boa no onu hu say like
maybe I wouldn't know what relationship mu. Okay.
Even you any relationship cry be cry o father on any tifie cry no. And I me an any tifie. Now we be no cry be nyi. O be say the church ono na wo this ano kwane man no. I say ohun say wo ye weak and o ko baby enye. Inti me say is it advisable say minimum no kwane na me koda ma say patriarch nim na ma fa so de agini pa na say minja no. Cause baby I me derive me from say Christ person oje no obeda na nipa ansa na man say ultima je nti sa na say me question e kofa so ultima say
okay nti na say nipa no kana won ti ase a o say ujana na oto aso kan sa na opa kire okay so our brother is asking that in terms of when it comes to yes. Hello, Brother Aaron. Who was calling me?
I think it's Aaron.
Aaron.
I think go free mu ma asem na make kan yi.
Aaron. You were saying yes.
Yeah. Dear Elvis person watch no nyanti ne question na se ne question ne say
okay.
Ebia ye say Adventist na obeso oji kwasi adani a I was say like o kodane kwasi adani na o de ahwem no because o ko tu Yesu de ne say Yesu bedane enipa so nti fane say bia Yesu side na no mutini nyina ye patriarchy enti no yenfa ye ho ko wura the way a patriarchy for no page no ana ye timi de age wo mu sa question no na wo wisa
okay Elvis says
yeah.
Oh, okay. So our brother Elvis is asking that in terms of patriarchy or let's say the equality, if you are trying to explain to somebody to also understand or to win them into the fold, is it okay to also go in that direction into the patriarchy in order to win the person into the movement?
No.
Or say there be?
Well, I will not go. But see, we are now adults, so you have to decide what's right for you. But for me personally, I will not dare. I don't trust myself even enough. So no, I will not.
So, or say, yeah, or see it me decide my own. Or no, dear, or doing say, and yes, ye be yes, sir. What do you have and or no, dear, for sir.
Make an appointment and go to your home or that person's home and talk to them. But stand apart, I think, is what I will do from the beginning.
Please, can you come again?
I will stand apart. I will visit the person at his home, make an appointment, go visit them.
Okay, I say, obetimi ni nipa na kasa, obetimi ni ako nipa ni fie ni na kasa de.
And from the beginning, that person must see you are different than others.
Enti emfitiasia no nipa no behu se wo ye sononko free afoforo ho.
Anybody else can answer that I might not have understood it very well. Anybody else can answer to that as well.
Enti osi obi wo emmoa bi a ode be ma ye nua be ma ya obetumi de aka ho. So if anybody has a contribution, that person can add it up.
I think Milton wants to.
Okay, so I just wanted to get the question clear. Was the question saying, is it okay to practice patriarchy to win someone?
Yes. Yeah. Is it okay to practice it to win someone?
Yeah, that was the question, because he quoted that in order for Christ to save us, he became humanity before he was able to redeem us. So that was his quotation to support what he was trying to ask.
Okay, so when you look at the generations that have passed when we were in this case under patriarchy.
Enti wo hwe awon to aso a abesia kona na ye wo sa no me as in sa ejanom no me as ya say ye friend patriarchy.
I don't think we have time to start from that premise now to say, for me to win this person, I have to at least be like them.
Mijidi say ye ni bre say ye pese samiri ye pese ye when you be a ye be call that ye be call sa level no say ye just say ye be yet to say omo ansan yetimi agi omo.
Because you are looking at a case which has caused so much damage, so much suffering.
Because you share a nomia a day year be brave, a bunny or how be brave.
I understand our steps will be limited.
Metiasia say, Yanamun to obi or what? Like limits.
We might not reach or be able to influence or change everyone, but the little time we have to do the most in informing people to see the effects of what patriarchy has done.
Yentimi a woman say yentimi call Bibia and chamber kubako and chromo near patriarchy etie nanso yefamudi de yebetuma yefamudi na ne yebetumi ya ene omo adian sankita mudie no ye ne omo aye.
So I hope that answers. So maybe even the example of Christ being a human, I don't think it implies that
No.
it was not something harmful that he had to do to rescue us.
Milton, can I add to you?
Yes.
Or say, friends, Yesu Christo a obeye oba ni party biemu no, and na nye adie bia like ade boni bia nam so o gise o fire no so a ansa what media save we na nya ade boni bia obefa so dia save we.
I think that you have to look at it like this. Christ he became a human so that he can work with the humans and to show us how it can be done.
Enti Yesu Christo beye enipa na oba nipa tibiam sene ebeye a obema obetimi amaya tenu omase na yensu yetumi afaso de
But if
okay, go on, please.
But if you want to use that example, why do you want to be different?
So you should
You're already a human. So you're already the same as that person.
Oye nipa dada.
With the same struggles.
Oye nipa dada nti ubetumi enam saa kwan no so ede aje nipa.
I think it's very dangerous ground.
I say ehu bia ehu.
I'm just gonna add on what Erica is saying.
Please.
When you look at the approach the movement has taken to deal with abuse.
Say wohwe kwanya yanamontuo ya faso se ode be hwe papero na abuse ya be kan twizen.
If the message
aha okay nti o say anamo etu de hwe se obi tieti obi fa ahodie so no and that's it.
Okay, so the position which the abuser will be in is very difficult.
Enti ye hwe se utieti obi fa ahodie so eho asem na eyade a edin.
If you send a message that is confusing, you put them in a worse situation. They will get more confused of what they are supposed to do.
Enti se wo de asem bia emunna ho ema nipa no ebe na dwen mu kisene ebe na ye normal basa kra.
So you have to approach that situation with a very calculated approach to make sure they don't get mixed signals.
Enti se ye hwe asem we ana ye de asem we ekwa ye be hwe ni yie se ne be ya enkofa emma nipa no enkosei na dwen na se obenya entiase boni bia na edin susuanso boni aba.
So one of those things that confuses them will be sympathy. If you become sympathetic with them, you confuse them worse.
Enti osi se wo benya humobro ede ma omo a ase o ma omo adwen omunya adwen tanta.
So from what I understood from that example, if someone says, I want to be like someone who's practicing patriarchy, you are just being empathetic or sympathetic to that person.
Enti se opese one obi patriarchy na na se ejanom anamontu na se patriarchy no pese wode ho ko shemansa watumi agi obi a kama se ase wa ahumobro bi ya wode komu no ebetumi ama omonwa adwen tanta.
But just to leave us not confused, there's nothing wrong to be sympathetic, but with the issue of patriarchy, we need to understand where to use it and what effect is it going to produce?
Enti se wunya ahumobro ama obi no eno nye bone but se eba patriarchy na ewo se wode sa ahumobro no ekomu a ewo se wo hwe ne yie na nkwowie ne bone so.
I would say patriarchy is a sin, and Jesus did not commit a sin in order to save us.
Okay, nti ne ebeka ne se patriarchy no eye bone na Yesu Kristo wanye bone ansa na odi eji nkwa.
In fact, Elder Tess taught that sexism is the worst of all the sins that killed Christ in Gethsemane. The things that broke the heart of Christ. The biggest one was sexism.
That test stress sexism anase mani mema ho ensem no eno eye bone kese a ebubu Kristo akuma ewo Gethsemane.
So to commit a sin in order to convert a person, that's a very difficult, I mean, I don't know where that's going to end. Especially now that we know.
Se wo ye bone edi agi obi nkwa no me nyi ni se ye papasa. But Elvis, are you okay?
So when it comes to sexism, we don't compromise.
Enti se eba sexism ana emani mema ho a yenjai ye ho sa yenye lose wo ho sa.
You are confusing both the victim and the abuser, or the one who is practicing patriarchy.
I say, o de adwintanta bi eya ahye mutim.
And for the victim of patriarchy, it puts them in a worse situation.
Na nipa na yetietia ne fa ahodie su no, edi won ehye tibia bone mu kra.
You cannot come to rescue someone in fire without water.
Untumi enkwaje obi a ohye wo ejam. Untumi nkwaje ne nkwa wa bra wonfa nsuo nko.
You have to be radical.
Ewo se woye obi a woye obi a wanamontuo no eye so serious anase
Kono wani edin kwanso like.
Kono wani edin so. Ani edin so.
That way they will be able to get the message right.
No, ena obete asem na ode kona siye.
What is it? This study which was done by Elder Commander showing that the end does not justify the means.
Yewo adishe bia eda pemenda echre yese awieye no nkwa enye awieye no nkwa na chre bibia na se the end justify the mean enye awieye no nkwa na chre adekronase. Please, are you done?
Can I say something, please?
Okay.
My husband, Quibus, is sitting in a situation where there is very much racism.
Please come again. You said?
My husband sits in a situation where there's very much racism.
Okay. Ose nikunu ete tibia bi mu a eye racism, you know.
And in a meeting, they will talk about it. And then he walked out the meeting. He had made his stand clear. I will not be there where there is racism.
I think the translator has on mute.
Errol, you can assist him.
Okay. Enti wasi ne kunu ye obi a oye enipa mu nyiyimu pa na waye na adwene sa bebia ye bekọ akọfa sa asem na efa nipa mu nyiyimu ho aba no na watwe ne ho kọ wo piefi baabi o mo kan sa asem.
Now he has the opportunity, people comes to him because they see he's different.
Wanya akwanya no a afoforo ebem fi se de wo hu no sonko.
Earnest people that now asking questions.
Na ye won krofo a nya de se o mu bisa nsembisa.
If he did not do that and still be part of that, they would not have come to him.
Enti senka wanyesa ankanya de o mu beto aso aba ne nchen.
Compromising your values never ever brings something good.
Enti sa wo de wo ne pa eto fomu a emfa bibi pa bia emma.
It can destroy you. That is compromising.
Nempo ebese o se wo ni obi ekofa adamfo a emfa ne kwan so.
And that's all I have to say on this matter.
Nti sa na make me aka afa nsem we nyina ho. Evis, are you okay?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Prince Gracious, he's saying it's okay.
Errol, we say busa eda Erica fa nra disua no Friday no one yesua bi fa nyankopon do eho nti o ma yeti ase se bra movement na start ye no na MCC eda so.
Erica, this question was for you. It seems
I say you be attend say same busa ne say nyankopon time ne so person oje.
Your line was cutting. And so now line is cutting, so let me repeat here. Erica, the question is for you, so be ready for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Ebenezer.
Friday, no now. Hello.
Yeah. Dan so bet me akasa.
Bet me akasa. Friday no anyumra disua na no tre no efa nyankopon do said ye nyankopon hu ye. Nti wo ma eche say nsese dey MCC asum nyankopon because movement in about long way 30 years.
Okay.
I say I saw for you most holy place. Mind the was see the say na was see hu nyankopon. Ye hu ni so we judgmental. Why you do but at the same time we ata na yem fa come mu fan na say yenwi say akwala wo trust ne father say on ha mo na won hurt no me pese me hu an advice concerning that subject.
Okay. Erica.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. But Ebenezer is asking that on Friday evening you made us understand that God is a loving God, so we shouldn't worship him in a fear. So he
Yes.
wanted to know that is God a judgmental God? Should we see God as a judgmental God, or should we see him as a loving God?
He's a loving God, but I don't know if it comes together with the previous question. Because for your protection, God has to put in certain things to say, don't mix with this. And he's giving us messages of love to warn us the dangers of things, because he is so loving, because of his kindness and his patience with us.
Okay.
So
They
when
all kind of
go
say
on.
Nyankopon odo a oboye kokko say san say oye odo ni nti no. E wo say ye nkrofo a ye nyina ye betene do a wo ma ye nase. Erica, you can continue.
All the things and the good advice he gives us is because for our protection. And if we go out the protection, it means we can hurt ourselves. And that is the dangers of it, that we can start lying to each other or to ourselves, or not seeing the dangers. So it's a good idea to follow good advice. It brings safety.
Okay, nti wo say abrebia Nyankopon ofutu a ode maye no. Eya na ye bambo nti na ode maye. Nti ehuma ye say ye be free afutu papa na ode maye no ho. And sebe ya ye be gina ye nti na like o maye afutu papa no. Nti abrebia ye say ye be fa afutu papa no.
God said to Israel, I put a hedge around you, but you did not want to listen. You did not want my protection.
Nti Onyankopon ka kire Israel po say wabo om ho ban ahia nanso wo mampe.
We are bringing on our own destruction. God does not bring it on. But I will not even want to talk about destruction, because God will try his utmost for us to reach heaven. And he is not there watching you the whole time to kill you.
Okay, nti waso onkasa mfa Onyankopon ne say ho efi say ne botaye ne say abrebia na obeben yen na waba abeji yen nti efa so Onyankopon say yen de onkasa mfa ho. Brother Ebenezer, are you okay?
Yeah, Machinasi pa.
Okay. He's saying it's okay.
I hope so. But even if you have personal questions for me to ask, get my number by the leadership. I cannot give it here because it's going to be on YouTube. But get my number by the leadership, and you're welcome to contact me. And I believe the others will feel the same. We are always willing to listen if the leadership find it okay to do so.
Okay. Thank you, Erica.
Can I just say something? What Erica said, please.
Yeah, you can.
This is my husband, you guys.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Erica say ni kunu na aba no opese o kan bibi fa de Erica e kan ye no. You can go on.
Okay. To explain love, God has to. He also tested us. From Adam and Eve, he will always test us.
Enti ya kan odo a bre bia Nyankopon so ye hwe efri Adam bre so nyina wo so ye hwe wo ne do ho.
For Adam and Eve in the garden, he put the tree of knowledge as a test.
Enti se ye ko Adam ni Eve e wo Edina o de papa ne boni hu nimdue dua ne si ho.
But there's a consequence if you make the wrong choice.
Enti de tie ne se wo ko na wo ko pa de wo pa
In our dispensation, the test is equality, patriarchy.
Enti eba yen ye bere so a die onyankopon ede so ya hwe no ejina pepepe ye na afei so agyanom atetesem.
To draw us closer to him, we need to pass that test, learn the subject and pass that test.
Enti sebe ya nyankopon ebetumi atwen aben no eno nti na wode sohwe we asi anim se obetumi de atwen abata no ho.
He has already given us all his love.
Wadi bibia like ehia bia no wadi amaye.
The question is, do you love him enough to be on his side?
Asembisa ne se udo nyankopon ya ofesa okọ ne nchen.
To stand apart from patriarchy.
Sa wo betwe ho afi eye agyanom atetesem mu.
To love one another.
Say o ye bedo ye ho.
So it's not God that's actually bringing on anything, like Erika said. It's your own actions that separate you from God.
Enti nye onyankopon na di bibia ba wa wo ne ye na betwe wo afi onyankopon ho.
So the balance that Erika was talking about in context, if I understand it correctly.
Enti diena Erika can say ye beti nkontabu ewo mu nase.
It's exactly what Elder Gracious and Milton and Erika said, where you need to stand in an issue. So it's a balance within the movement.
Hainti wase sa diena Erika kafa ho se uhwe si so na yigina de enti emegina mfimfin no ejina movement no ya namontuo ni edwumadi enti na wo kire se ya esese yebegina mfimfin no.
To be balanced in the message means you have nothing to do with patriarchy.
Enti se movement ni yebegina mfimfin ni kire se ye ne agyanom atotesem enni hweye.
And you do everything in your power with love to influence the people around you to have the same idea.
Enti die wasa we ye ne se ahoɔden bia onyankopɔn de ama wo no wobɛfa saa kwan no so na wama afoforo nso ehu saa de onyankopɔn de adom no sɛ de ɛbɛyɛ a wobɛnya sunsunsuanso de aba nyankopɔn nkyɛn.
And you yourself does not step over any lines.
Nti wo de no untu anamon enkɔ ɛfa bia sɛ bonkum o sɛ nipon wo nkɔ ɛhɔ ba bia.
Then you are balanced within the movement.
Enti eba saa de a na wagina ɛyɛ movement no mfimfini.
Thank you, that's all.
Ɔsɛ ɔda ase bebree.
Hello, okay.
Yeah, Fida.
Benim sɛ obi any question.
Yeah, my. Okay, but I have suggestion. I think.
Okay.
Are
you okay? I'm sir. Sorry, saw a question. Ken saw a question.
Okay, Ken.
Asakwajo, enra Asakwajo temenka.
Yeah, Ken metonka.
Okay. Osha Friday no. Any Saturday na this yana Erika de no. Wama ya ti ase se yemfa ehu anase suro ensum nyankopon. Anso he quotations ahoro bi a ni titre no Revelation 14:6 no. Munso nyankopon eti eno no aha sa suro no eye suro benya.
Okay. Erika.
Yes.
I think this is your question.
Yes.
Ken is asking that based upon Fridays and Saturdays lesson, you made us aware that we don't worship God with fear. So, but the quotations that we were reading were talking about fear. So what fear are you saying that we shouldn't worship God with?
Okay. Remember, the Bible is written by very much patriarchal men. So I think that fear, we have to clarify really what that fear really is. It's I think it's the fear. Do I love him enough to give up everything? Do I do enough because I want to be with him?
Yeah, auntie. Just Bible no, it's answer or more tray no. Or more tray or blana a janom attitude semono a dear him ain't no. I was say ye share sa said ye tisan semina see nemono dear sad sulono children say I was say be saying was say ye do nyankopon ye de bibia na do nyankopon.
See, the fear comes from me not loving God enough, not that God will turn his head away from me, but I will turn my head away from him.
Nti saa suro no kyerɛ sɛ onyankopɔn ntwe ne ho mfiri me ho na mmom na mɛtwe me ho afiri ne ho.
For Revelation 14:2-5, which I did, there's nothing about fear.
Nti sɛ yɛkenkan adiyisɛm tie yɛdu 9 no nkyerɛmu mmienu kɔ na biribiara ne wɔ akyire suro.
But I understand the three angels' messages talk about fear.
Erica, can you come again?
But I understand in Revelation 14, the three angels' messages talk about fear.
Okay, nti yɛnte asɛ sɛ yɛba adiyisɛm etie yɛdu 9 na abɔfoɔ mmiɛnsa nkransɛm no kasa fa suro ho.
But because we are adults, we have to understand that that fear doesn't mean that you are fearful. Like if somebody comes into your home and they want to kill you, that you will be afraid of that person. It is not that kind of fear.
Nti yɛhwɛ adiyisɛm etie yɛdu 9 no a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛte asɛ sɛ saa nkransɛm no wɔ hɔ no ɛkasa fa suro ho. But ɛsiane sɛ yɛabɛnyini no nti no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛte asɛ sɛ saa nkransɛm no ɛnkyerɛ yɛte sɛ deɛ obi ba yɛn nkyɛn a yɛde ayamhyehyeɛ ɛne hu ɛkɔbrɛ yɛn ho ase ano wɔ sɛ nyɛ saa bi ɛna ɛwɔ hɔ no.
I don't know if I explained it enough. Maybe Milton or Grace can come in, or even Elder D would be great.
Nti wɔ sɛ deɛ waka no ohun ne sɛ yɛba sɛ elders na aka no bi betumi aboa a ɛkwan da fam.
I will just go and look at what the fear means and I'll come back to you in a minute.
Okay, nti wɔ sɛ ɔbɛkɔ akɔhwɛ sɛdeɛ saa suro no kyerɛ na wasan aba yɛn nkyɛn ɛwɔ sema ketewa bi.
If somebody else wants to talk.
Okay. So when you look at the subject of fear,
Ti sɛ yɛhwɛ adesua a anaasɛ adesua ɛfa suro ho no a
usually in terms of dispensations, there is a specific marker on the line where a message of fear comes.
nti yɛhwɛ saa adesua wei mu a yɛwɔ ɛnoɔma pɔte a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛsi so dua wɔ mu.
It actually identifies the condition in which people are in.
Nti ɛkyerɛ tebea a saa nkurɔfoɔ no ɔmo akɔdi mu.
That very same message is mingled with grace because it condemns and also it wants to restore.
Nti deɛ teɛ ne sɛ ɛkasa etimi kasa tia na afei nso no etumi de deɛ asɛe no ɛsan si hɔ ma ne yie.
So according to our prophetic description of what that message does,
nti sɛ yɛhwɛ sɛdeɛ yɛn nkɔmhyɛ nsɛm no ɛkyerɛ yɛn no a
it begins a process of separating two groups.
Pardon?
It begins a process of separating two groups.
Enti nia ne se hyase enkrofo mienu ntem.
So those who heed the warning, they start growing and they come out of the condition they were condemned in.
Enti omo a omo Yesu tie no, omo hyase enyini na omo free saa tebeanu.
So that's one layer when we deal with the message of God in prophecy.
Enti we ye kwan ba ko a Nyankopon enam so de nkom hye kasa kire ne nkrofo.
You now come all the way to 2019 when the midnight cry came.
Enti sa yesan ye chi na ye ba beduru 2019 a eye anadwo ntiemu nkransem ne ba ya.
Because of the dispensations that you have passed.
Enam ebre mu a yetwemu wo saa bre ni muntino.
We understood that even the Bible was written in a sexist way with men who were still not understanding patriarchy.
Enti yenya beti ase se ebra ye de twere eye twerɛsɛm ni nyinaa no eye bra na sankrofo ni nyinaa te bra na ye agyanom atete semble so.
So even up to now, our image of how God looks like still needs to grow.
Enti empo besi sable no sɛdeɛ yɛn ankasa no ye ti Onyankopɔn ase no ɛda so wɔ fam.
So I'm sure there is a study which was done by Elder Paminda. The title was An Angry God.
Pardon?
There is a study which was done by Elder Paminda dealing with Hebrews 8, which people see an angry.
Enti ya wadesua bi Elder Paminda ye fa Hebrews chapter 8 ho.
So patriarchy made us to think that God is a punishing God who just waits for you to make a mistake and punishes you.
Enti die agyanamate te sam ye ne se ema ye te ase se Onyankopɔn ye Onyankopɔn a otuaka enti ɔtwɛn se obeye bɔne na watwe waso.
So from what Erica was saying and what the messages on our line teaches,
enti die na Erica kan ne die oka se oba ya kwan so ase die nkransam no kyerɛkyerɛ ye no.
If we don't heed the warning in the messages, we need to be fearful.
Se koba se ye ntie kokobo a enkransam no ede ma ye no dia endie ewo se yisuro.
But if we heed that message and we understand, we start practicing and change, we are freed from that fear.
Enti se ye tie sa enkransam yi na ye de ye adwuma de a ene ya de ye ho afiri sa suro no ho.
So I think that's where you can understand what Paul was teaching in Romans 7 and 8.
Enti medwin se we ni kwan e be fa so a ye be che de na Paul o kyerɛkyerɛ wo eye Roman fo nwoma 18 so ni 18 wotwe no.
When a person is still failing to do what the word is saying, you are still in bondage.
Enti se enkransam bi ba na de enkransam no kan onya e kyerɛ se wo da so hye enkoasom mu.
But Paul declares hope in Romans 8, when you heed the warning and you are free from doing that which is wrong, we are now free from the law.
Enti Paul kan no Roman fo nwoma 18 wotwe ne se wotie kokobo na wa ni akira e kyerɛ se emra no wo ne ho mfiri emra no ho.
So I hope that helps to understand that you need to understand in which condition you are in. Are you now able to do what God is telling you to do? You need not to fear anything if you are complying.
Enti ewo se yete ase se de Onyankopɔn kransam na ode man ne se ye de ye adwuma de a ene nse se yesuro bibia fi se ye de ye adwuma. Okay. Ebenezer, are you okay? Or it was service?
No, Ken.
Ken. Yeah, Ken. Yeah, Ken.
But follow up question.
Yeah, okay.
Ken, are you okay?
Yeah, okay, Mudaho.
Okay. Erica, he's saying it's okay now.
Okay, then I'm glad.
I think that Gracious is tired, so we need to close.
I'm not tired. Do continue. Yeah.
The Gracious, I will have a talk with you later on, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, Frida.
There'll be any question, BRB?
Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, Gracious, I think now there are no more questions, so we can prepare to close.
Okay. All right. Let us close in prayer. I just want to thank you all for your time and also for the contributions, questions. You know, we are always available in case there are still questions that you have. Actually, I noticed that today in Ghana, you're still calling each other brother or sister.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so there are presentations which were done. Maybe some of you came across them. Please help those who are still calling each other brother and sister. Explain to them why. You might be calling me sister, yet it makes me feel uncomfortable. Maybe I identify as a man, or I identify, you know. So brother and sister or Mr. or Mrs. It's not it's not ideal. It's gender.
Rather
Yeah,
see me, don't see my gender. Do you agree?
Yes, just
See me,
Erica.
I'm Erica.
Feel free
I
to
think
call me. Yes, feel free to call Milton, not brother. Yeah.
I think we've learned that enough, but the issue here is because of the families that are around us, so it's sometimes confusing. That's why.
So the more you just practice, the more you say it, you're going to be comfortable in it. It's just a matter of practicing it. You'll come right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let us close our prayer.
Hello.
Yeah, Erica.
Hello.
Yeah, Erica, I can hear you.
No, this is Frida.
Okay, Frida.
Yes. Yeah, before we close, I want to give a welfare message.
Okay.
Right. On the behalf of the board of directors and the ministry.
Enti seba yanamuntu ekuo mu mpanimfoɔ ene ekuo ni nyinaa.
I will thank Elder Gracious and Erica for the presentation to my ministry.
Enti meda Erica ni Elder Gracious asese omode adesua eti sɛ ama yɛn.
Also Melton and Final Generation.
Afe Melton ene awon toatoaso a etwa to.
I appreciate your time and effort you put into preparing the Zoom meeting.
Enti manage kwan a mofa so a mobo modern bo a na Zoom no etimi ba so.
For Ghanaian ministry.
Afe nso meda Ghana yana muntu ko mu bibiase.
This has created privilege and friendship for us to invite you from time to time.
Enti wei aba akwanya kese ama ye se ye ne ma be ye ayonkofo a ebre ne bre mu bia ebetimi ato ye nsa de afrɛ mu.
For the midnight cry and Sunday law messages.
Sebe ya ye beti anadwo ntiamu nkransem ene afei so oman kwasi adamla no ase.
What a beautiful and wonderful dispensation we are living in.
Enti I want to aso be na efe se na enwanwa se ya yetim.
For Christian looking forward for Christ's second coming.
Yeah, Christopher a ye hwe Yesu ne ma ye toso mienu kwan.
That we come closer to our homes from afar.
Say be free efie a ewo achichichi no.
Hello, okay.
Yeah.
But I did you translate?
Yes, say be shen efie a ewo achichiri nim.
Okay, let me repeat it.
Okay.
I said, oh, what a beautiful and wonderful dispensation that we are living in.
Enti I want to aso be na efe na eye nwanwa se ya yetim. Fida wa yelana. I think Frida is missing. Asari, can you hear me? Ken? Okay, Frida is missing.
Okay,
Yeah,
you can find her.
Yeah, but she can hear us.
Okay.
So I think maybe
Hello.
Yeah, Frida.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Told you so.
Hello.
Yeah, Frida.
Please, do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, Tonka.
Okay. Sorry, it's today my network is disturbing me.
No problem.
Okay, I was trying to say that it's a beautiful dispensation that we are living in.
Entina me bo modern se meka se I want to aso ayetimu ye. I want to aso efe ye.
Even not in face to face, we meet.
Empo enye animu ni animu no yetumi hia.
This is an age of grace.
Enti ebre we ya yetimu no eye adom bra ankasa.
So even when we couldn't meet face to face in learning,
Enti se yentumi mpo anhia mu ewo animu ni animu se yesua de a
we shall continue to meet in our screens till we meet face to face in heaven.
Enti yebeto aso a asua de kosi se yebedru osoro ahia mu animu ni animu.
Thank you very much for spending your time and knowledge in the midnight cry message.
Enti yeda obi ase se yebre ene ya hoɔden ɛwɔ anadwo ntiamu nkransɛm yi mu.
God bless you all.
Nyankopɔn nhyira obi biara.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay. And maybe I've been charging me phone currency.
Yeah, we can close. Someone wants to charge his phone, so we can give a closing prayer and then we scatter.
Okay. Oh, I'll ask Erica to pray for us.
Okay.
Okay. We will talk. Dear Lord, as I'm looking at the faces and see the smiles, my heart yearns for us to be together. But Lord, I ask you that you be with each of us this week as we have faced challenges. Help us to overcome and to win for the glory of you and for your love. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 The translator disappeared.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
on behalf of Final Generation Ministry, we also want to thank you for inviting us to share with you the message. We hope to meet again. As we go. Yeah. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you to Elder Gracious. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Can stop recording.